Breaking, one mistake, 1 second, one pilot dead. Black Sea airspace, 2:34 p.m. local time. American F-15C Eagle versus Russian Su-35S Flanker E. Sky front, fatal details. This is textbook example, how not to fight. What happens when showmanship meets combat reality? Tactical discipline versus pilot ego. Experience versus overconfidence. The outcome decided in 3 seconds. Russian pilot made critical error, paid ultimate price. American pilot exploited perfectly. Mission training validated. This engagement will be studied for years. Sky front reports complete breakdown. Routine patrol mission began normally. U.S. Air Force F-15C, 493rd Fighter Squadron, Lakenheath Air Base deployed. Black Sea rotation. Experienced pilot. Call sign Viper 2-1. 2,300 flight hours. Combat veteran. Iraq, Syria, Afghanistan. Professional operator. Launch 1:47 p.m. Standard air policing. International airspace. NATO presence. Deterrence mission. Everything routine until it wasn't. Sky front tracks mission development. Russian Su-35S scrambled. Southern Military District Sochi Air Base. Aggressive intercept. Standard provocation. Testing NATO response. Pilot call sign unknown. Approximately 800 flight hours. Recent assignment. Eager to prove himself. Younger generation. Confident in aircraft. Su-35S superior maneuverability. Thrust vectoring engines. Aerobatic capability. Pilot trained extensively. Air show performances. Demonstration flights. Confidence high. Perhaps too high. Sky front identifies fatal mindset. First radar contact 2:17 p.m. 70 kilometers separation. Both aircraft aware. Ground controllers monitoring. Rules of engagement clear. No hostile intent. Defensive posture only. Visual identification required. Course convergence. Closing speed 800 knots. Altitude 22,000 feet. American pilot steady. Russian pilot aggressive. Intercept angle sharp. Tactical geometry favors American, but Russian continuing. Sky front documents approach. Visual contact established 2:22 p.m. Range 3 kilometers. American F-15C steady course. Russian Su-35S performing aggressive maneuvers. High G turns. Afterburner displays. Weapon bay doors opening, closing aggressively. Mock attack profiles. Psychological warfare. Intimidation attempted. American pilot unimpressed. Maintains formation. Professional demeanor. Radio calls standard. No provocation. Russian pilot frustrated. Aggression increasing. Closer passes. Tighter maneuvers. Dangerous proximity. Sky front observes escalation. Most dangerous factor in dogfight. A. Speed management. B. Position awareness. C. Pilot discipline. Comment below. Russian pilot decided demonstration. Su-35S capability showcase. Cobra maneuver selected. Dramatic nose up, 60 degrees, 70 degrees, 90 degrees. Aircraft decelerating rapidly. Nose pointing skyward, tail dropping. Dramatic profile. Air show favorite. Crowds love it. But this not air show. This combat airspace. American pilot combat trained. Opportunity recognized immediately. Fatal mistake confirmed. Russian Su-35S bleeding energy. Speed dropping catastrophically. 450 knots, 300 knots, 200 knots. Nose up attitude maintained. Pilot holding. Showing capability. Demonstrating superiority. But physics unforgiving. Energy state critical. Maneuverability lost. Vulnerable completely. American F-15C positioning. Tactical geometry perfect. Weapons range achieved. Sky front documents fatal seconds. American pilot decision instant. AEM-9X Sidewinder selected. Most advanced short-range missile. High off-bore sight capability. Imaging infrared seeker. Thrust vectoring. Extreme maneuverability. Lock-on after launch. Perfect weapon. Russian Su-35S perfect target, large infrared signature, twin AL-41F engines, afterburner heat, low speed, minimal maneuverability, energy depleted, countermeasures ineffective, target acquisition instant, firing solution confirmed, trigger squeeze, missile away, 2:34 p.m. and 17 seconds, launch parameters perfect, sky front tracks weapon flight, Russian pilot suddenly aware, missile launch detected, radar warning screaming, but options exhausted, speed insufficient, maneuverability gone, altitude marginal, energy state critical, countermeasures deployed desperately chaff, flares, everything released, but AEM-9X unaffected, modern seeker, image recognition, flare rejection, target discrimination. Tracking true heat source, Russian engines, no deception possible, missile tracking perfectly, flight time 4 seconds, distance closing, terminal guidance, impact inevitable, Russian pilot knows, ejects immediately, canopy explosive bolts, seat rocket fires, pilot clear, 2:34 p.m. and 21 seconds, AEM-9X impacts, right engine, warhead detonates, annular blast fragmentation, engine destroyed, fuel lines severed, hydraulics cut, control surfaces lost, aircraft uncontrollable, fireball erupts, debris field spreading, Su-35S falling, 12,000 feet altitude, terminal velocity, impact Black Sea, total loss, sky front confirms, kill, wait, new details emerging, radio intercept recorded, Russian pilot final transmission, panic evident calling Mayday, ejection confirmed, parachute deployed successfully descending toward water, Russian rescue helicopter scrambled Ka-27 Helix, Sochi Air Base, flight time 18 minutes, sea state moderate, survival likely, American F-15C circling, monitoring situation, international maritime law, assist if needed, professional courtesy, despite combat, Russian pilot recovered, 2:57 p.m. pickup, helicopter extraction, return to base, medical evaluation, psychological assessment, career implications, severe likely, sky front reports outcome, tactical analysis critical, Russian pilot multiple errors. First error, aggressive provocation, unnecessary risk, no tactical advantage, pure ego. Second error, close proximity, reduced reaction time. Increased vulnerability, tactical stupidity. Third error, Cobra maneuver, energy depletion, vulnerability maximum, fatal decision. Fourth error, situational awareness. Forgot American pilot, focused on demonstration, ignored threat, professional failure. Fifth error, training emphasis, air show maneuvers, not combat tactics, priorities wrong, result predictable. Sky front identifies systemic problems, American pilot perfect execution, maintained discipline, no provocation, professional demeanor, situational awareness constant, threat assessment continuous, opportunity recognition instant, decision-making rapid, weapon selection correct, firing solution perfect, execution flawless, post-engagement professional, rescue monitoring, maritime law respect, everything correct, textbook example, training validation, experience showing, sky front recognizes excellence. What is AEM-9X maximum range? A, 15 kilometers, B, 20 kilometer, C, 35 kilometer. Answer shortly. Energy management fundamental, fighter combat basics, speed is life, altitude is insurance, both together survivability, lose energy, lose options, lose life. Russian pilot violated principle, deliberately bled speed, reduced maneuverability, eliminated options, created vulnerability. American pilot exploited maintained energy, positioned advantageously, achieved weapons parameters, executed kill, fundamental difference, professional versus amateur, experience versus ego. Skyfront emphasizes lesson, Su-35S capability analysis. Excellent aircraft, advanced design, superior maneuverability, thrust vectoring, powerful engines, modern avionics, capable weapons, but capabilities require proper employment, tactical discipline, situational awareness, energy management, professional operator. Without these, capabilities meaningless. Best aircraft, worst tactics, equals death. Today, proved. Skyfront confirms reality. F-15C legacy continues. 40-year-old design. Still lethal, not most modern, not most maneuverable, but proven, combat tested, continuously upgraded, excellent weapons, superior training, experienced pilots, professional culture, tactical doctrine, everything matters. Technology alone insufficient, integration decisive. Today demonstrated, 104 kills, 0 losses, air-to-air record, unmatched history, another victory added. Skyfront documents legacy. Does overconfidence kill more pilots than enemy action? Comment Y or N. International implications. Russian military embarrassed. Su-35S defeated. Pilot error obvious. Training questioned. Tactics criticized. Professional standards. Everything scrutinized. Export customers watching. Su-35S marketed aggressively. Superior maneuverability claimed. Western fighters outdated allegedly. Today disproved completely. Potential buyers reconsidering. Indonesia evaluating. Egypt watching. Algeria noting. Turkey interested previously. Everyone reassessing. Market reputation damaged. Skyfront tracks consequences. American military validated. F-15C capability confirmed. Pilot training superior. Tactical doctrine proven. Professional standards maintained. Experience valued. Discipline emphasized. Everything working. Allied confidence increased. NATO reassured. Partnership strengthened. Deterrence credible. Adversaries noting. Respect increasing. Provocations reconsidering. Skyfront observes strategic impact. Russian pilot fate uncertain. Rescued successfully, physically unharmed, psychologically traumatized, career destroyed likely, court-martial possible, negligence charges, reckless endangerment, loss of aircraft, international embarrassment, everything considered, punishment severe, example made, others deterred, but systemic problems remain, training emphasis wrong, tactics outdated, culture problematic, individual punishment, systemic failure continues, Skyfront predicts nothing changes. American pilot decorated, distinguished flying cross likely, air-to-air kill rare, first for squadron, first for pilot, career milestone, professional recognition, peer respect, everything earned, but pilot humble, training emphasized, team effort, squadron support, everything professional, no gloating, no celebration, respectful demeanor, Russian pilot survived, gratitude expressed, maritime law followed, everything correct, Skyfront respects professionalism. If you follow air combat tactics, type Skyfront. Training philosophy differences, American emphasis, tactical discipline, situational awareness, energy management. Mutual support, professional standards, combat effectiveness, everything practical, Russian emphasis, individual skill, aerobatic capability, aggressive maneuvers, intimidation tactics, demonstration flying, showmanship valued, but combat different. Air shows not war, crowds not shooting, mistakes not fatal. Today, reality check. Russian pilot learned. Price nearly ultimate. Career destroyed. Aircraft lost. National embarrassment. Everything negative. Lesson expensive. Skyfront documents cost. Technology versus training. Perennial debate. Better aircraft. Better pilot. Which matters more? Today answered partially. Su-35S superior maneuverability. F-15C adequate capability. Russian pilot better aircraft. American pilot better training. Result decisive. Training won. Experience triumphed. Discipline prevailed. Technology alone insufficient. Integration essential. Sky front confirms principle. Black Sea airspace. Increasingly dangerous. Russian provocations constant. NATO presence persistent. Close encounters frequent. Accidents possible. Today nearly happened. Pilot error, not malfunction, not miscommunication, pure mistake. Tactical stupidity, professional failure, but escalation risked. Missile fired, aircraft destroyed, pilot ejected. International incident, diplomatic crisis, everything possible. Fortunately contained. Both sides, professional. Rules followed. Situation managed. But luck involved. Next time, uncertain. Skyfront warns danger. AEM 9X range quiz answer. Maximum range, 35 km, option C correct. Block 2 variant, extended range, lock on after launch, high off-bore sight, imaging infrared, extremely capable. Today proved perfect employment, textbook engagement, missile performed as designed, as advertised. Skyfront confirms capability. What happens next? Russian investigation immediate. How aircraft lost. Why pilots survived. What mistakes made. Everything examined. Blame assigned. Punishment decided. Changes unlikely. Pattern familiar. Individual failure. Systemic success claimed. Nothing learned. Repeat guaranteed. Different pilot. Same mistakes. Future victim. Skyfront predicts confidently. American procedures reviewed. Engagement proper. Rules followed. Force appropriate. Outcome justified. Everything correct. Lessons extracted. Training updated. Tactics refined. Experience incorporated. Continuous improvement. Professional culture. Learning organization. Advantage maintained. Skyfront observes excellence. Will provocations continue? Absolutely certain. Russian doctrine, aggressive posturing, NATO testing, boundary pushing, psychological warfare, everything continuing. American response, professional maintenance, discipline preserved, capability demonstrated, deterrence reinforced, rules enforced, everything sustained, escalation managed, conflict avoided, but tension permanent. Skyfront monitors continuously. Who holds advantage? Currently, American. Technology adequate. Training superior. Experience extensive. Discipline maintained. Professionalism constant. Tactical doctrine proven. Everything favorable. Russian disadvantages. Training emphasis wrong. Tactics questionable. Discipline variable. Professionalism inconsistent, cultural problems, systemic issues, everything challenging, gap widening. Skyfront assesses honestly. What next? Black Sea, more encounters, closer passes, increased tension, accidents possible, escalation likely, diplomatic incidents, military confrontations, everything continuing, professional management essential, discipline critical, communication necessary, rules important, respect vital, otherwise catastrophe, war possible. Nobody wants, everybody risks. Skyfront fears future. Subscribe to Skyfront where air wars break first. Real combat analysis, real tactical lessons. Skyfront delivers truth, understanding fighter combat, energy management, situational awareness, everything explained. Skyfront, your source. Follow every engagement, learn every lesson, understand every outcome. Air combat intelligence, where dogfights break first.